Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well wherever you're watching this video from. To my returning subscribers, thank you so much for coming back and staying tuned to this channel. And if you're new here, my name is Melody Moyo and I share my lifestyle in Zimbabwe, sometimes my career and everything in between. So in today's video, I thought of coming here and just venting, guys, because I've been thinking of this thing. I was like, let me go on YouTube and do a video about it. And guess what it is? House hunting in Harare, or apartment hunting in Harare. I think it's so ridiculous. It's so chaotic. Any word you can think of, because what the heck is going on in Harare? So we are going to talk about it. I'm just gonna talk about anything that is going to come out of my mind, especially with the experiences that I've had in trying to find a house or an apartment in Harare. I hope you can relate. Please comment below and tell me your experiences. For me, it's been hard, honestly. So let's get into this video. So let's talk about this, guys. One thing I've noticed is that house hunting or apartment hunting in Harare is now a full-time job. You won't easily get a house without putting much effort, so you have to. So it's now rare for you to get a house without involving a house agent. There are now house agents almost everywhere, some who are genuine, some who are not. I'll talk about that later. Yeah, so that's the experience that I've had. You have to engage a house agent for you to get a house. So these house agents, they charge a fee for you to go and view the houses that they are advertising. So some they're charging $10. I would say those who charge $10 are the cheapest. I've have encounter with those that charge $20 mostly. Then there was this one who was charging $40. I was like, $40, that's a lot. Mind you, are not guaranteed that you are going to get a house. It's just for you to be able to go and view the house. So I was like, why $40? Then he was like, you know what, Melo, it's for administration, we have an office in town and blah blah blah. 50% it's quite understandable, but I was like, $40 is a lot. And just imagine how many people pay that amount. They're making money, and I love it from a business point of view to say that someone is making money out there. I would pray that they at least improve the whole system of it, and we feel safe to view or to find houses through these agents. So yeah, you pay that amount, either $10, $20 or $40, depending with who you are working with. So when you then like the house, let's say you are viewing a house that is $250, that's the rent per month, you also need to pay the deposit fee, which in most cases it will be the very same amount. So you've paid $250 for the rent and you pay $250 for the deposit. And guess what? It doesn't end there. You have to pay 30% of the $250. All these figures. So you have to make a budget. You have to, when you decide to move into a better, good-looking house. So these are the amounts. What do you think, guys, about the agent fee, deposit, all these amounts? What do you think? Comment below. Moving on, one thing that I have realized that I'm not happy about is the WhatsApp groups. So for these agents, they have WhatsApp groups where they advertise their houses. This is where my problem is. The house agent is advertising houses. Some of the houses that they are putting out there, they don't even know the landlord. They don't even know where the house is. Like, they've never been there, or they didn't have a communication with the landlord to say, hi, I have this house, it's best, it's number whatever, and I'm looking for tenants, right? So they just advertise houses, and most of these agencies, they are also in other agents groups, if that makes sense. So I joined this other group, and I realized this other guy I was working with, they are in this other group. I'm like, what? So in other words, I'm saying they're all advertising the same houses, and this is how they make money, because I'm in group A and I'll see this house and I'll pay and go and view the house, and someone in group B will do the same, group C will do the same. Imagine the amount of money they make per day. They're clever, right? I don't know, but I think it's not good for us who are looking for the houses. Then the terms and conditions, sometimes they are not there. In fact, most of the time they are not there to take you for viewing. You have to navigate. If you decide to take them for viewing, it means that you are going to go where they are, take them, drive with them, take them back to where you found. I hope you get what I'm saying. So it's something else. It's not easy. You have to make plans. Yeah, then let's talk about scammers. Not every agent is really an agent. I was scammed. Me nalo, I was scammed, guys. You know, you realize later, like, oh, my money is gone. So I see this beautiful house in Avondale, and I'm like, I would love to stay in this house. Yeah, so I called the house agent, and I was like, I saw the house you're advertising, I would like to pay and go view the house. So he's like, oh, okay, I'm currently not around, I'm in Nyabira, I don't know where Nyabira is. And the guy is like, then I'm like, do you have someone you work with, so that I can give them the money and go and view the house? Then he's like, yeah, I have someone, but unfortunately I have this person with me in Nyabira. Guys, let me put it out there to say, don't be in a hurry, don't be desperate, otherwise you'll be scammed. I was so desperate. Then I was like, so what do I do, because I really want to see the house today and I was ready to pay for that house. Then he's like, oh, if you want you can send me in bags. Then I'm like, then he started explaining, if you check my post, I'm very well known. Then I was convinced. I don't know how, don't ask me, but then I sent money, $20 to this guy. I've never met him. All I wanted was to view the house. So I actually didn't have inbox, and I went to register for inbox. Then I sent the money on inbox. Then I guess that was the end of the story. Anyways, after paying, I call him and I'm like, I've paid, did you see the money? He's like, yes. And he sends a number and says, this is the landlord, call them and ask if they are there for you to go and view the house. I call this guy, and he had this old man voice. I was so happy, in Avondale, and I'm staying with an old couple. I'm at my house, like the cottage, no problems at all. I was super excited. So I call him. He's like, no, daughter, I'm driving, I'll call you back soon. After 1 hour, he did not call. I called him. He's like, I'm still driving, I'll call you after 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, he doesn't call. I call him, he's now not picking my calls. I remember the number was written Rev Matanga Nads or something like that. Imagine, I think they're actually using this real Rev's picture, because on WhatsApp there was a picture of you could say this is a reverend. So I feel bad for him if that is the case. So yeah, he was no longer picking his call. I call the agent, he's not picking his call. I was frustrated. That's when I realized, guys, I have been scammed. So take your time, because not everyone will call themselves an agent. Some of them, they are not at all. They are scamming people, right? Yeah, so you have to be very, very careful. Then let me talk about If you have been scammed, comment down below, tell us your story. Anyways, let me talk about overpricing. Some of these houses, some of these apartments, they are so overpriced, guys, and it's not good at all. Yeah, tell me why this house that doesn't have a ceiling in such a bad location is $300, like 300 US dollars per month. Why? And they also want a deposit of $300. There's no ceiling, the aesthetics, the inside, the outside. Why is it $300? And if you're a landlord listening to this, why are some of these landlords not investing back? Why are they not renovating their houses, like putting painting, a ceiling, tiles, and all these other things, and also maybe a solar backup, maybe things like water. We all know the Harare situation when it comes to ZESA and when it comes to water. So if you have tenants, why not say for the next 3 months or whatsoever months, I'm going to save, then work on this project, if it's solar, if it's renovating the inside, all these things, so that you make the place lucrative. And when you charge your $300-400, we won't complain, we'll love the place is right. So I was honestly like, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not paying $300 for such a bad house. I think there are some parts of Harare where you go and there's this area, house A, B, C, D, E, the houses are so bad. I think the other time we were in Maubra and just driving in this other road, in the houses, old houses, and someone is looking for a tenant and charging $300. No, it doesn't work like that. Landlords, say something. I'm listening. Please say something. No, some of these houses are overpriced. Let's invest in these things that will make someone feel like I'm paying this amount and it's quite reasonable. There's solar, there's borehole, there are tiles, there's all these things, and someone can be so happy to move in your house. Okay, okay, to just to add on that, I've heard about Sunridge. Sunridge is overpriced. Some of the houses are overpriced. Yeah, I guess Sunningdale as well. Sunningdale is ghetto, but if you hear some of the prices, you'll be like, what? I'll go and find a house in Avondale. I'll find a house maybe in Mulberry and all these other places than to go and stay in Sunningdale paying such amount. Yeah, so talking about Sunningdale, guys, yeah, we are talking about this whole thing of renting a house or finding a house in Harare. Like I said, back in 2020, I was staying in Sunningdale. The reason why I left that place was landlord saga. Why am I supposed to do duty? Why? Guys, what do you think? What's your take on this whole thing of waking up 6 a.m, you're cleaning and all that? I mean, I understand, but if I'm not really staying there, all I do is wake up 7, I'm already out of the house, come back around 7 p.m. So like, why am I supposed to pay or to do duty? Like, why am I, or pay you, the landlord, to do duty for me? When I say duty, it's you cleaning, hey, the yard. I remember I used to sweep the yard. No, I'm not doing that again. I pray God I'm not doing that again. And if I wake up one day as a landlord, I'm not gonna do that. Honestly, it's not okay. Are you guys doing duty? Liyavuka ekuseni lithanyela muri kumuka reba kuseni muchitsvaira muchiita duty muchitenga madomestos and all. What's your experience? So besides her wanting me to do duty, she would also come and knock at my door, ask for pizza, for things like Cervita. So sometimes she'll see a box of pizza in the bin and she'll come and knock at my door and be like, oh, so melo wajika pizza yako wega. Like, who does that? I was like, this lady, Hibo, you need to go and find work and be working instead of you staying home and be opening bins and asking your tenants for pizza. This was the worst landlord I've ever had. So this other time, it was my birthday, guys. I was like, I'm done with this place. So it's my birthday and I got a cake. Yeah, because she was my landlord, I decided to share the cake with her. So I took a piece which I felt it was enough for her and the kids. Then I gave her the cake. Guess what she did? Later that day in the evening, she knocked at my door and she's like, oh Melo, may I please have the cake? My husband is back from work, so we didn't manage to. I'm like, what? How? The cake, so may you please give me the cake? I was, no, akuna zvakadaro. Lapho mvela khona anzake ngikuzwe. I've never heard of such. I was shocked. That was the day I made a decision, like, I'm done with this side of Harare. No, I can't do this. So she was that type of a landlord. What are your experiences with such landlords, guys? Because Mina, I've had beautiful experiences with landlords. After Sunningdale, I went to stay in Sandridge. Sandridge is close to Greencroft, and I had the most amazing landlord, and we're still in touch today. Even when I was in MSU, my landlord was the best, guys. She used to cook for us during the exam times. It was more of like a family setup. She was amazing. So this particular one in Sunningdale, what are your experiences when it comes to some of these landlords? The audacity to knock at my door and ask for the cake for the husband, saying the cake is for the husband. Hi, I've never heard of such behavior. So this is my experience when it comes to house hunting. But as I'm recording this video, I've found the most beautiful place. You'll see the place very soon. So I'm happy, but the experience was something else. What are your experiences? House hunting, apartment hunting in Harare is not for the faint-hearted. It's not easy. Anyways, guys, I thought of coming here and just vent about my experiences of trying to find an apartment or a house in Harare. I'm looking forward to read your comments, and thank you so much for watching. I'm going to end the video here. I'll see you in the next video, but don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. See you guys next time. Bye.